It's time for the Daily Stand-Up Podcast presented by AgileDad with your host, Lee Henson. Without any further ado, let's get started. So someone recently pointed out to me that I should include this topic on an agile, not so agile episode of the Daily Stand-Up Podcast. This is called the 9 Unwritten Rules or social rules that everyone should know and follow. So a lot of times when you're put in social situations, some awkward things happen. So let's just go here. Let's just go down a list. So these 9 are not mutually exclusive. They're just 9 that came to mind, and I figured 9 would fit easily into 15 minutes. So that's to be perfectly transparent. I wanted to make sure I didn't do too many, but I also wanted to make sure that I covered some of the big ones. So here's one. All right, so let's just say you're at someone's house or at a party or at someone's, at a gathering at someone's place. And if the person says something like, oh, well, it's getting late, or, oh, I sure do have a lot to do tomorrow, or anything along those lines, just know it's time to leave. I mean, I had a friend tell me once that he was in a situation that got so bad that he even went as far as to brush his teeth in front of the guy, and the guy still didn't get the hint. At some point, you just have to straight up say, look, I'm not trying to be rude, but I am really tired and I have to get up for work in like 4 hours. This is important to me. So thanks for being here, but it's time to go. Right. And it's funny because sometimes people say, oh, well, just another cup of coffee or just another cup of tea or, oh, just another song more. Right. That kind of thing. You need to understand that people have boundaries and people have limits. So if you're in that situation and someone drops the hint, leave. If you are the person trying to get somebody to leave, don't beat around the bush. Just say it straight to them. All right, number 2. This one's important to me because I'm in this boat. If someone turns down alcohol, let it go. In this day and age, it's been encouraged, or I shouldn't say encouraged, it's been normalized to encourage people to try to, oh, come on, you should drink with us. And, you do enough peer pressure that most people cave in and drink when they really don't want to. But sometimes instead of saying, oh, you're just a buzzkill, it's important for you to understand that you shouldn't be judging the other person. I can personally tell you that I know people who've been through AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, and they don't drink. And I also made an elective decision not to drink back in 1998. And when I made that decision, I haven't touched a sip of alcohol of any kind. I've had someone even insist, oh, it's just a glass of wine to celebrate something, or, oh, it's just a sip of champagne, or, oh, it's just, and I'm just not interested. And I think that if we treat people with dignity and respect, we will understand that not interested means, no means no, right? And we need to respect that boundary. Number 3, this one's kind of different. Never stand in a doorway. I am so guilty of this, right? So when I'm at people's houses or when I'm visiting with folks, I tend to like stand in a doorway because it gives you a convenient place to lean on a door frame without making stains on a wall. But if you are in a doorway, chances are you're in someone's way, and you make it really awkward. If you pass by someone and start to chat more or in and out, or, just choose in or out. Don't stay in a doorway. Don't be silly, right? The same rule applies if you bump into someone at a supermarket. Try to be considerate and don't just block their way with your cart. I'll never forget, I was at Walmart and there was a family in air quotes, shopping, and they had 7 carts and like 19 people. And when I say they were blocking an entire aisle, they literally had the carts daisy chain blocking an entire aisle. It was nuts. And there was no way that you could get things that you needed to get done. So please don't be that person. Okay. Number 4. Never make plans in front of someone that you don't intend to invite. It's just cruel. Don't invite someone to something you don't want them to come to. But if you have an idea and there's someone not close to you or you just don't like them, wait to plan your plans until later. Do it via phone call or text message someone. Don't plan an event in front of somebody and then not invite them. That's like rude and wrong. All right, number 5. Never ever criticize someone's laugh or smile. It'll make them feel self-conscious every time they're happy. Ouch. I don't think people think about that. But even if someone has the most obnoxious laugh, I just roll with it because I don't want to make that person feel self-conscious about something that brings them positivity. And I think that we need to do the same. Stop judging people based on their laugh or on their smile and just let them enjoy their life. All right, number 6, respect your surroundings. If you eat in a mall, put your trash in a bin. If your dog poops on the lawn, pick it up. If you finish a drink, don't drop the can and take it to a recycle bin. I think you get where I'm going with this. If you learn to respect all the things that are around you, whether it's property or people or whatever the case may be, you need to really step it up a notch and say, look, I'm going to be the better person, the bigger person, and I'm going to do what's right. And I don't know why people struggle with that. It's something you shouldn't struggle with at all. All right, number 7. If someone drives you somewhere, offer to pay for their gas every time. In this day and age, gas is so expensive. If they really don't want you to pay, they'll tell you, but you should still offer anyway. It's just a courteous thing to do because so many people are not in a financial situation where they can afford to pay for everything. But this is just another really, really good tip. All right, number 8. This one drives me crazy. Don't cut the line. It's so annoying when someone does it to you. Don't do it to other people. It's just as easy as stand in line with everyone else. I remember just this last week, I was at the airport and I was waiting to talk to someone at the counter, and I was patiently waiting behind a few gentlemen. And then one guy in front of me walked up, and I moved up a spot, kind of like people do when they're in a queue. And there were 4 ladies who came in from the side who all went up and talked before I did. So finally, after the second one or third one, I ran up to the counter and said, okay, I think it's my turn. I wasn't going to let everyone in an army just come in from the side and talk about what was going on. It was almost as if I didn't exist, and it just made me feel bad. So don't do that to other people. All right, number 9. Say thank you if someone holds the door for you, even if you don't need it or you weren't expecting it. I can't tell you how many times I've ran and gotten a door for somebody, and I'm expecting. Well, I'm not expecting, but I'm hoping that they'll say thank you, just a common courtesy thing. And a person might turn around and say, "Oh, you didn't have to do that." Wait, what? It's better just to say thank you. Yeah, I don't care how liberated you are or what you think is right or where your standards are. I just think it's so important for us to have common courtesy. And I think that common courtesy is just not so common anymore. And it drives me crazy. So if someone holds a door for you, say thank you. And as a bonus, I'll give you a number 10. So here's my last bonus. As a bonus, I think that you should show appreciation often. And this is something that is a social rule. If someone does something for you, say thank you. If someone is being kind, make sure they know they're being kind. If you appreciate something, make sure you say you appreciate something. I find that sometimes, even though we're social creatures, we don't express gratitude well enough. And we need some practice expressing gratitude. Okay, that's going to do it. I hope you have an amazing weekend. If you have something you want to talk about next week, send us over an email, learnmore@agiledad.com. We'd love to hear from you. As always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.